It's Wednesday. You know what time it is. Time for the hottest wrestling podcast on the planet with your host, the silent assassin, good old JP Mayer, and Princess Pretty Girl Luna, Dollar Bill, the cleaner, and the brain. Welcome to the Brain Trust.
Welcome indeed. Another Wednesday, another chance for wrestling.
Indeed.
Oh, this past week was just some hellfire that got raised, wasn't it?
Hellfire and brimstone. Good God Almighty.
Yes.
Just
And we,
a little bit, I would say.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we had some live reports too.
Yes.
Yes. So who wants to go first with this? Doodah.
You know what? Why don't we start with the cleaner and silent assassin since they were our roving reporters at the GCW show.
Yes.
So, in the pre-show, they started with a six-way scramble match that was unannounced. That had a Rich Swann in the match.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they had Franco de Sol, and I think like four other guys. I don't remember their names. Who were they, Vinny?
I'm trying to pull up. So Scramble was one called Manders, Marcus Matthews, Fuego de Sol, Mr. Danger, Rich Swann, Blake Christian.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And it was the one called Manders who I'm really trying to take a liking to him. I like his thing, I like his build. I know he ain't gonna come out to Bon Jovi on a TV company. But yeah, no, I like his thing. He feels like one of those old school WCCW wrestlers.
Oh wow.
Like it. Imagine if Bradshaw wasn't rich. Best way to put it.
See.
Yeah. Manders and Mance were partners, I believe, in MLW for a little bit, if my memory serves me right.
I know Manders. See, I saw him in DPW back in November. And he's in a tag team there. I forgot the name.
Is he with Speedball in DPW?
No. That's Jake something.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember.
Give me a second as I look it up. See, I don't know MLW that well. Manders and Justice. So I think it was. It says Justice, but it didn't say the actual name of the guy. 2 belts, blah, 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 blah. Justice. Do you know anybody by the last name Justice?
Matthew Justice?
That's what I was thinking.
Hmm.
Oh, he did team up with Warner.
I'm about to say, wasn't that guy in the Battle Royal?
He might have been.
Ladder match?
See, the thing about the Rumble, which was the next... Oh, Mance Warner. That's fucking the former champion. Oh, Matthew Justice. Okay, I see it here.
Mhm.
It wasn't any of those two. Option. Tag team.
Tag team of the universe.
All right, so guys, let's get back on track. Let's start talking about the results of the show.
Yeah, no, I mean we were because we were talking about who do you
The
call it?
wrestlers. The participants.
Yeah, the participants.
Just so you get an idea who they are.
Yeah, just to help give people an idea of who they are. But yeah, no. I mean, it was a kickoff match. I think it lasted like 13 minutes, something like that.
Good show and good start. Or
I mean, it was fine. You know, there's nothing really too too crazy about it. I mean, that is the best I could say.
so it's like just like a good warm up, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a surprise to have that match, but
I mean, I don't think they announced any of the kickoff matches.
They
No.
they never do.
no, they never do.
Okay.
No,
Gotcha.
yeah. But
But,
the next match was the kickoff rumble.
Yep.
Now, this was something I haven't seen. I'm not sure if you guys ever seen in a rumble where most of the participants are in the ring. Not all, but most. It's usually I couldn't tell a whole lot of the names that were in the rumble before the match. It wasn't until people started coming out that I started recognizing.
Oh.
Because, you know, honestly, like a lot of those names I could not tell until people started coming in. But, you know, you had guys like PCO, obviously, who eventually winning. Too Tough Tony with Violent J coming from the Juggalo Championships. I think Big Vin, isn't that 911's kid?
It is, and he's the one who won the Rumble
Last time.
back in 22.
Yeah. Because I think his father was there as well. But you also had people like Brooke Havoc, CPA.
CPA coming out to Let's Go Girls was hilarious.
Yes.
We had
Uh,
the Battle Royal as well.
your
yeah.
boy John, Crowbar was there.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I saw him in the Rumble.
Yeah. The only person that I actually knew probably from the beginning was Facade. He's kind of mellowed out a little bit, but yeah, no. Facade was there. JP Grayson and Tommy Grayson, or I think the JCW Tag Champs.
Yeah,
Sam Stackhouse. Say that again?
They're the new Backseat Boys.
New Backseat Boys.
Whoa. I haven't heard that one in a while.
Damn.
Yeah, right? It's like that's been
Hello,
a while,
Sprocket.
John.
Jeez.
I'm not gonna lie. Once I saw the JC, like the whole JC, I thought because they announced obviously Violent J before the show, and I thought he was actually going to compete. But once he came out, like you could see, he wasn't like in shape to compete.
Has he
He's
ever
very
been in shape?
no, but what I meant was like he was wobbling and like you could tell he was hurting. But yeah, no, I thought like a whole bunch of the JCW people were going to come out. So you're going to see crazy gimmicks and Cocaine, my favorite Kane. But you know, they had guys like Hollow Wicked, Shane Mercer, Starboard Charlie. Nothing too crazy, but at the end of the match, so they give PCO the mic. And then they say, "Oh, you know, it's been 3 years since you left. Since you last been here. What's your future with GCW?" And then he starts rambling on about TNA.
Oh god.
So I'm like, "Oh, okay. He probably his contract ran out with TNA. This is probably just this, you know, the whole gimmick thing." And then he goes. Like, he starts rambling on, but then he starts a little shooting. So it's like, oh, okay. This is peculiar. And then, because this is, I mean, I just thought it was like kind of natural GCW thing. They've been shooting on so many promotions. They've taken shots at WWE, AEW, GC, you know, they were taking shots at everybody. So I just thought, okay, this is just a GCW thing. And he goes, let me get the tools. So he gets a chair, sits it out. I'm like, okay, is he going to sit down shoot style? Like, because, this is something that Brett usually does. And then he gets the TNA Digital Media Championship. And I'm like,
Oh Lord, look who commented.
and then,
You got a little cycle in your house.
Ruffians,
welcome.
yeah.
on YouTube nonetheless.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I like you could tell the difference between Twitch and YouTube chat.
Yeah, agreed.
Um,
Yeah, Ruffian, yeah.
But yeah, so then he gets a sledgehammer, and he takes a sledgehammer to the media championship. And I'm going, what the fuck is going on? And you can see Emil J, like, the way he's moving makes it look like a work, but everything that's come out since has said, no, this was a 100% shoot. And he starts talking about, I sold the biggest crowd for TNA, blah, 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 blah. Now, it didn't look like the championship got hit.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But-
even if it did, they're saying that it was a replica.
Okay.
That TNA is still in possession of the real championship.
Okay.
I did
See-
see that somewhere along the line.
Okay. I did not see that, but I think that would make sense. And it would make it a little more workish because the rumor was, I'm not sure if you guys heard this, that he was going to be not re-signed. Not fired, but, he was going to be not re-signed on his deal. Yeah. Well, not
Basically,
exactly. They weren't going to renew his contract, pretty much.
Right.
And
How old is the guy?
but I mean, he's still, like, as you can see in GCW, he's still a draw. He can still make money.
Maybe he'll go back to GCW.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing.
He would. Then he can take on
ECW is who resurrected him.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
When he brought
Yeah.
out the Frankenstein's monster concept, he brought it out in GCW, and it took off like a skyrocket.
Now, mind you, it also wasn't even like that first appearance. His first appearance was still like Pierre Carl Ouellet. It was after that Gunther match because he was going out and fucking he adapted to the independent style of today. And or at least of a decade ago. Can you believe it's been a fucking decade since that Gunther match?
Wow.
But yeah, no, he adapted to that, became widely over, and that's what got him the deal with Ring of Honor. And hey, at least Ring of Honor capitalized on him, making him a multi-time tag champ, a world champ, But yeah, so the rumor was that he was not getting renewed, and they were going to quietly retire the Digital Media Championship. I thought this was a cool way to retire it in a very loud way.
Definitely
Agreed.
loud.
Absolutely.
No, damn.
So both TNA and GCW were saying they had no idea he was going to do that. What are your thoughts?
I actually
I
believe it.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, I mean, not just on like whether you believe him or not, but the entire like segment type thing.
It was bonkers.
Definitely didn't think PCO would do that. Then once I saw him grab the title, I'm like, is that the social media digital title? And then when I saw him, I thought it looked like he was hitting with an axe. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Now I saw the sledgehammer. I couldn't tell. I don't know about you, Silent Assassin, but when I was up top, when he was going for it, I'm like, I don't think he's hitting the belt. Did you think he was hitting the belt?
Well, I saw the replay on social media. It looked like he didn't even put a dent into it.
I don't even think he touched it. Yeah.
Either that or he brought it down and he pulled it. He pulled the shot.
Yeah, because it wasn't even look like he was being centered with it too.
Hey, Dollar Bill, where'd you go?
1 second, my camera's being a pain.
Probably the camera probably overheated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. And because the thing was, so I didn't know this. Not watching the live feed, but yeah, they cut away from it, and yeah, it was a very, very weird end. After that, what's his name? Brett comes out in the infamous red chair, which, as you know, he's probably stepping away to fix his camera. But as you know, Brain, the infamous red chair symbolize.
Yep.
No, what? I'm sorry, I didn't word that correctly. Trying to. What do you think that red chair symbolizes?
Honestly, I don't really know.
It's one of the chairs from Hell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was hoping. Because there's the only place that does red chairs is Howell. They're the red chair supply store. But yeah, no, he goes on and thanking the crowd and all that. So right before the show starts,
they couldn't run Hammerstein again.
Wow.
Yes.
So here's a match that I didn't expect the winner from. I did.
Expecting
somebody else.
If you go back and watch last week's episode, I got it right, and that's the first thing I was thinking. I was like, "Oh, I called this right. I actually got a match right for once."
I mean, honestly, I didn't think they were going to put it back on Tremont because of the fact that he's done it all over the country and all over the world. As far as deathmatch wrestling goes and extreme wrestling goes.
No, I agree with you. Now, what I think is just that since they're unifying it, it's like a type of unifying it. They're going for their biggest ultra-violent star that they have, which is still Tremont. Still getting the biggest reactions. Him and Nick Gage.
Mm-hmm. Nick Gage taking the time away from GCW. Tremont.
And I think it's also
they got John Wayne Murdoch. They could have put the belt on him.
Yeah,
he's been killing it lately. No pun intended.
Now, I mean, I think they did it on Tremont because it's also like a little thank you for everything you did for us. Yeah. Because he was the main event, and this is the funny thing. So if you go from like the official main card, he was the main event of the last show, and first on the card for this show. And I just think it was just a thank you for helping GCW out and literally being with us from the start to where we are now.
Yeah. So then we had the number one contenders match for the GCW championship. Effie and Ali Catch. All I'm going to say is, ouch, fucking ouch.
Yeah, that when you said that, I was like, that's why that cringe face. Like I heard.
Yeah, we don't even need. We don't.
Yeah.
The only thing I want to say on it is, I'm sure I could speak for everybody here. Send more than just our best wishes to Ali. We send our prayers, thoughts, everything to Ali. I know I was really devastated because I was really hoping for her to win the title that night to get her, because I'm a really big fan of Ali. It sucks. Not even 30 seconds in. So I'm not sure if everybody's seen it. Go online. You'll probably see it through social media. Definitely go through Steph DeLander's social media. There is a GoFundMe to help her with medical costs. Please donate if you can. I already donated. If anybody can, even if it's just a share, you can just share it around. That's just as good. Ali, we're thinking of you. We love you. Godspeed.
You said it was a GoFundMe for what was the name again?
Steph DeLander.
Steph?
Yeah.
How do you spell the last name?
DELANDER. Yeah, I don't know if there's a. There could
Yeah,
be a
there's a
space. There is, okay.
I see it. Did you post? I was going to share the link. That's why.
Go ahead. You can share.
Yes. Put it in the
Yeah,
not the private chat, but the actual.
Oh, hold
Okay.
on a second. Let me try this one because I know my thing's a little weird when it comes to this. Give me a second. I mean, keep talking. I'll post in a second.
Okay.
Still have problems with the camera?
No, it's not the camera. This is the camera being dick again? No.
Yeah, you're not showing. Your face isn't showing.
Oh, he's
I
showing
see
on
him.
mine.
Yeah,
I don't know. You're not showing on mine, so
that's weird.
Yeah, no, I see him.
I can see him.
Yeah, and I just posted a link up there. Let's see. Yeah, I just posted a link in the chat, in the stream
Star,
chat.
star. Yeah.
You see it?
I see the star.
yeah, I don't see any.
Yeah.
Oh, it's maybe because
Oh, hold on. Yeah.
you
Twitch
have
lets you do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It,
know what?
I think that's a setting specific to accounts. So you'd probably have to go through your settings to fix
That's so
that.
weird. I don't know why I made stars like that.
Because
Oh, well.
it's his account doesn't allow for links.
Oh,
So
I see what
That
happened.
when if
So-
you'd have posted it, that's what it would set to.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
check out Steph DeLander's Twitter at Steph DeLander.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Now make
Right,
sure you
guys,
click on the
fine.
GoFundMe. Don't click on her OnlyFans. If you don't want to go that route.
I did.
By the way, do you want to get a quick update on the amount so far raised?
why not?
Last time I checked, I think it was over the goal of 13,000.
Oh, it's
50,835. It says here.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
She already achieved her goal.
Yeah.
I think the goal was 10,000.
initially, yeah. Steph just kept upping it and upping it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw it, when I donated, it was 13. So that shows
Yeah.
you how much, people do love Allie.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
a sweetheart.
It's also great seeing everybody come to support.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just as an update, she did come out of surgery.
Oh, that's good.
She was discharged, I think, yesterday.
Yes,
Okay.
I've been watching her Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and she's able to walk around in crutches, which is very good. And like I said, we wish you all the best.
Hopefully, you'll be back before you know it.
I think they
And-
said 6 months until she's out of the boot.
I heard
I
6
think
weeks.
4. I think she'll be
You
out
think-
in 4.
Okay.
She'll be out of the boot in 4. She'll be back in the ring before the end of the year.
That's right. We're in January, so yeah.
Yeah,
She'll
we
be out
gotta.
of the boot by May, and she'll be back in the ring, I say, by October, November.
Yeah, and that pop that she's gonna get when she comes back is gonna be monstrous.
Oh, my
I'll tell
God.
you right now,
Oh yeah.
GCW better do the smart thing. Turn Effie heel, because I want a babyface Allie to win the title.
Yeah, definitely.
That'll work.
As a
I
woman,
would love to see Allie come back and kick Effie's ass.
Yes.
Nothing.
Absolutely.
Effie's a nice guy outside the ring, but in the ring, he's a dick.
I mean, I think he plays up to his.
I love the way he plays his character.
Yeah.
He plays it like a complete dick.
Yeah. You love to
Yeah.
hate him.
Exactly. It's a love-hate relationship. You love to hate him.
Exactly. Yeah.
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 He's a
Sure.
dick, see? He's a dick, see?
Well, that's a good idea, though. Maybe even play off the angle. Maybe play it off towards the end. But
So
who knows? Yes.
regarding the next match,
Mhm.
now Silent Assassin, you don't have to answer this. But the three of you guys, what did you see at home?
I actually did not watch because I was at work.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, we got my updates to
and that was the day
everybody
that
else.
that was the day we had the power outage.
Okay.
Yeah,
JP, were you able to watch?
I didn't watch. I was doing something with my sister.
Okay. No, the reason why I only ask is because I wanted to know what everybody at home saw during the whole like next segment. So the next match obviously was the real fucking pros, Griffin McCoy, Kerry Morton, and Tony, friend of the show, Tony Deppen, versus the NYCOGs, which is Amazing Red, Grim Reaper, and Homicide, which Julius Smokes also came out as like a manager. But the thing was, go ahead.
I love Julius. He's
Yeah,
cool as hell.
no, he's cool.
He's great.
He's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
So the thing was, from the start, you could tell because Griffin McCoy got on the mic. I think it was Griffin McCoy. And he started cutting a promo. And then Julius, the NYCOGs come out, and then they start cutting a promo. But you could tell like nobody's swinging at each other, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And then Emil J comes on the microphone and he says, "We're in a delay. We're waiting for the commission dealing with the Alley Cash situation." Now this lasted, I think it was like 20-something minutes.
Whoa.
From what I heard, they weren't allowing the show to start back up until a
Because
second
the ambulance had
ambulance.
to take
Yep.
the second ambulance.
This is like I was talking about before the show, and I probably mentioned before. There was when I went to a New Japan show in 2019 at the Hammerstein.
Yeah.
Long story short,
the ambulance.
yep, and we had to wait like an hour, definitely more than an hour. So this was the same exact situation, and so it was a bunch of like they couldn't even touch each other. It was just a bunch of like promo work, real heels running off, promo work, blah blah blah, and like there was even a point where Amazing Red and like the New York City OGs started to go into the crowd, like giving people high fives and shit. And I think at one point Homicide went online to go get a fucking beer, but then as he was doing
That
that,
surprised me with him.
yeah.
I'm not surprised.
And the best part is, as he was doing that, the fucking match actually started.
He's like, "Oh shit, I gotta get back to the ring."
Yeah, because it wasn't like oh, hey guys, we're ready to go. We're ready to get this match started. It was like literally just hanging around, and then next thing you know, they're starting to hit each other. It's like, oh, okay.
And you hear the bell, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, and it's like, oh shit. And then you see Homicide from the fucking the fans. But yeah, no.
Did he have it? But the question is, the most important question: did he get his beer?
No, he didn't have a beer.
Damn, that would have been
Nope.
funny as hell for him to go through the crowd, get in the ring, and hit one of the real effing pros with a beer.
Considering how the Hammerstein is now, like I can't like that had to be a long ass line for the fucking beer. So I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine he moved like a couple feet.
Yeah, but hold on.
They
If it's hot,
should
if
just
it's
let
hot
him
on the line,
through.
I'm gonna say they just let him through. Like it's
See,
hot,
like-
just let him through.
And this was a weird thing too, right? So they didn't fucking open doors till 6:30, and the pre-show is supposed to start at 7, which is like so fucking insane because it took me a good 10 minutes to get in, and the line was fucking wrapped around to I think it's 7th Avenue.
Towards the post
Or
office
ninth.
or the other way?
No. So Hammerstein is on 8th Avenue and 34th. That's like on the same like avenue as
Seventh.
it's on the same block as the post
that's-
office.
Right.
So
right.
okay,
I
so
know,
it would be
yeah.
7th. It would be 7th.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was asking.
And-
yeah.
But yeah, no, and that's only usually like that only happens at the Hammerstein when they have like such a small window for doors open. So I can't imagine like the lines had to be that bad. But the match itself was, I don't remember anything that special. I'm imagine it had to change a lot because of the Alley Catch situation. Silent Assassin, any thoughts?
Well, I thought it was unfortunate that the delay put a big damper in, not even with the match, but throughout the show.
Yeah.
And it was a cool win for the OG pros, the New York OGs to win. But again, with the whole Alley Cash entry, I think it put a big damper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure it did.
went a little bit too long.
Yeah. And I would attest to saying it was a damper throughout the entire show.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Like it never recovered to that opening like moments.
Hmm.
All right. So the next match, GCW Tag Team Championship. I was maybe one of 5 people rooting for Violence Forever. Violence is Forever.
I really thought they were going to beat these guys, but you know what? These guys have paid their dues in GCW. Garbage Daddies definitely deserved it this time around.
I
'Cause
thought
I've watched other matches with them and Violence is Forever. The 4 guys just absolutely kill each other in the ring.
Yep. No, I can absolutely agree to that.
So good for the Garbage Daddies, but trust me when I say Violence is Forever is not going anywhere.
No,
They're going to come back, and they're going to come back harder than ever, and eventually they're going to regain the tag team titles.
Violence is Forever.
Because I know they are the DPW tag champs.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Dominic Garrini
Ow.
does spend. He does appear in AEW / ROH.
Yeah, not too often, but enough.
No, not too often, but he has a presence there. So I think I really want to see them signed to like a TV company because they fucking deserve it so fucking much. And it's not Garbage Daddies, it's Garbage Daddies.
Garbage Daddies.
Garbage. I can't do a Boston. Garbage.
Garbage Daddies.
Garbage Daddies.
Garbage.
So, true story.
Go ahead.
Years back, I used to do a podcast called An Independent Point of View. Where
That's actually a very good name.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And I used to interview independent wrestlers.
Nice.
One of the independent wrestlers I interviewed right before his 3rd match was Cole Radrick.
Ooh.
Nice.
I was spotlighting a company out of Indiana called Emerge Wrestling.
Whoa.
I think I've heard of them.
I interviewed 2 of the wrestlers. One of which was Cole, the other was Jeremy Hadley, and the promoter at the time, who was Dave Dynasty.
Okay. How was it though? How was the whole thing?
Oh, God. I'm absolutely terrible at podcasts. That's why I don't host it anymore.
So the interview was kind of like flat thing you're saying.
Yeah, no, he I could tell then he was hungry.
Okay.
And now he just and then one day he was at GCW in Howell just helping out. He went for the ride with somebody. And I got to see him and we got to talking for a little bit. And he wound up coming out when Nate Hatred was kicking everybody's ass. Nate Hatred came out. All of a sudden, he comes back to try to get him out. And, Nate Hatred just destroyed everybody. R.I.P.
Yes. So you know how I remember that Emerge Wrestling name? They follow me on Twitter.
Oh,
Well, I
okay.
should say we follow each other. So shout out Emerge.
Yeah.
Next
Shout
show,
out Jeremy Hadley.
yeah. The next show, E85 Love and War, Saturday, February 8th, Columbus, Indiana.
Sweet.
Now, myself and Mr. Hadley have been friends on Facebook ever since I did that interview. I think it was like 9 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, dude. And he is a huge lover of Harambe.
Rest in peace.
God.
Rest in peace, sweet prince.
Oh yeah, no, again, he's great. Like Jeremy's great.
Yeah.
I wanted to get him out onto the East Coast so badly.
We'll do it. I'll give you the money. But
Yeah.
it's going to be Monopoly money. That's the only thing.
Word.
So after that, the next match, which was the Ghetto Steel Cage, as I love to call it. It was Charles Mason with Slade versus Richard Holiday with Pero. And it was a referee stoppage submission.
Wow.
Slater with the win. Now, I would like to say I did not know a whole lot about their story going into the match, but I loved the presentation and I loved how they beefed up Charles Mason. And go ahead.
No, anything.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh yeah, that's a cool song too. I don't know the song, but it's like after every like line, there's a "fuck you." But yeah, no, it was a nice presentation, and it was all right. Cage match. I did love the somebody. I think it was Mason who did a dive off the top, which was insane.
That's cool.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I saw pictures of
Yeah,
that.
I seem to remember being involved in a steel cage match at one time.
Yeah, for Jersey All Pro so
Mhm.
many years ago.
Yeah, how many
Yeah.
times did that thing almost come down on top of us?
I think it actually did on me once,
Oh shit.
or at least it
Oh,
almost did.
Yeah, it almost collapsed on the one side.
Yeah, right underneath me.
Yeah.
It would have been the first time I almost got taken out at a JP Jersey All Pro show.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
exactly.
Oh.
We don't talk about Danny.
No.
We've talked enough about Danny.
Yeah.
He's not the man. Awesome. Oh, did I say that too loud?
So the next match after that was a match that was actually able to happen. He didn't. I know Brain had some worries and some skepticalities entering this match, but he seemed fine, which is thankful. And it was El Hijo del Vikingo versus Sidney Akeem, who was
Reggie.
and then he was also Scripps.
Yes.
Yes.
Both
And
characters failed miserably.
Yes.
I mean, from what I heard, Scripps wasn't that bad. It was just that he didn't get any TV time.
Scripps was definitely better than Reggie.
Okay.
Okay.
Because Reggie was just like a sommelier for Carmella.
Yeah.
And he was a dancer.
Yeah. And he was a bad dancer.
Better than me. Shit. Probably better than any of the five of us here.
Probably.
Speak for yourself.
Well, no matter what the case is, Sydney beat the Viking. That's all we have to say about that.
I tell you what, that kid could fucking work.
Both of them can.
But like the thing was, I expected from Vikingo. I was not expecting the level that I wasn't expecting Sydney to hang with him, but he not only did he hang with him, he almost outshined him.
What?
And he beat him.
Yeah, and he beat him too.
Oh,
That makes it even crazier.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Next one, Los Desperados versus the I guess you could say the United Nations.
Jerry and super crazy.
I saw it online, and I think it probably described it even best. It was ECW versus GCW.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's
That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
Old as fuck.
And what did I say last week? What did I say last week
I don't know. I wasn't here.
about
Right.
Jack Cartwheel?
That he was going to get the win.
Yep.
But I'll tell you, what did I say? I said that fucking Super Crazy is going to do it again, and he fucking did it again. And I was super close to it, and I cannot fucking believe it. He jumped off the fucking balcony again. And
He is super. He is crazy. He
He's
is
super crazy.
crazy.
Super.
I've been able to see him see 2 of the 3 balcony dives at the Hammerstein, which is fucking insane.
Sounds like it.
I'll tell you what. Little Guido, he looks skinnier. He looked way skinnier. But Tajiri looked like he had gray hair. That was it. He looked exactly how he did versus fucking Triple H back in the day. But yet fucking Super Crazy got fat.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like-
but go ahead.
But he could still flip.
Yeah, he can.
He's still flippy.
Mike, I'm like, my mind is blown. Like, because I remember when he was going up there, he was gonna do it from the first like box level, and I'm like, no, come on. And then he goes up to the second level, the level that I was on, and I'm like, my mind is going back to like that fucking ECW one night stand match where he did it, and I'm like, I just let out a huge, oh, he's fucking doing it again. Like I said it to everybody around me. I was like, oh, he's fucking doing it again. And yeah.
He sure did. He done did it.
He
done do it.
definitely
He done
gone
do
did
it.
it.
He did it.
He doing it. Whee!
Now, regarding this next match, right? Because I want to talk about it. I don't, as much as I loved it, I
You hated
don't.
it too.
No, not I didn't hate it, but a lot of people hated it around me because I think this truly was the telling of how Bloodsport is completely separate to everything else GCW does.
Mm.
So I'm talking about the Bloodsport match between
Well, obviously.
Josh Barnett and the debuting Tom Pestock, for those that know.
Formerly known as Baron Corbin.
Yep, competing under his real name. And, they took the ropes off, and they treated it exactly like a Bloodsport match. They didn't hold back. But the thing was, you could tell when we went both times in Jersey City, John. Well, actually, no, not when we went to Jersey City and Atlantic City, and then when I went to Jersey City last November,
Mm-hmm.
the crowd knew what they were getting, and they were very into it. This crowd, I don't think, was truly into the whole Bloodsport concept.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it was different from where you were, Silent Assassin, but from where I was, it looked like the crowd wasn't really into the whole Bloodsport concept. Would you say the same?
It was actually my first time watching a Bloodsport match in person, so I can't really say if they were into it or not completely. But I thought, people wanted Pestock to win too.
Yeah. But they don't.
Also did because you know what? You're bringing a guy in for first match in the company, and you're gonna bury him like that? Come on.
I don't think it was a burial. Watching the entire match, I don't think it was a true burial. But then again, this is fucking Josh Josh Barnett in Bloodsport. So he's gonna win fucking everything.
But
And that's
if,
the problem.
if you
it will lead to a problem, yes.
Yeah, it's going to lead to a problem where people aren't going to want to participate because what's the sense in participating if they're not going to win?
I think that's why he faces off against a high-profile guys that are only going to come in on a one-off, so he doesn't have to try to go and give the win back.
well,
That's a good
there-
reason, but
they wouldn't let him get some offense in either.
He did have a couple of suplexes, some side slams.
Mhm.
I did notice he was, working very good transitions. He was getting a lot of top game. See, so that's the thing about Bloodsport is that you can't really treat it like a wrestling match. You got to treat it more like
like a
shoot.
shoot match.
Yeah, shoot match, catch wrestling, MMA style, fucking the shit that I love. Because I was telling Pinky Sanchez at Bloodsport, I will fucking turn on Fight Network and watch Pancrase all day. So I think that's the one, like the disconnect that a lot of people didn't know or understand is that this is not wrestling. This is catch wrestling, shoot wrestling. I wouldn't even say this is something we might say for after, but I don't even think GCW is a deathmatch company anymore.
No, I say they're more hybrid than anything.
I say like they're the best of everything company. You're gonna get everything. There is still deathmatch, but that's not their identity anymore. I was thinking about this over the weekend. GCW, when me and John were going to Howl, that was a completely different company.
And Vinny, I was at the majority of the Howl shows, so like we were there together.
Yeah,
We just didn't know each other. Like I knew
Yeah.
John, obviously.
yeah. But yeah, like it was a completely different company, and I don't. All right, I'm gonna have to say this now because I don't know if I'm gonna remember this, but I think the problem that I see with GCW is that they are still trying to have the image and the reputation of what they did in 2017, 2016, 2018, but not realizing that they're so much fucking bigger now. Like they are legitimately like the fourth or fifth, depending on where you stand between if Arways is truly a separate company or not. GCW is like the fourth or fifth biggest company in this country,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
they don't
agreed.
act like it,
No, they don't.
which I think is hurting them in the long run. They could
They're
still have this.
running, They're still running small venues, which is good for them because they don't
Yeah.
draw like AEW. They don't draw like WWE or
Yeah.
TNA.
Mhm.
But they're also hurting themselves because they're trying to maintain the original persona,
Yeah,
the original theme.
Yeah.
But they're turning more mainstream.
yeah.
Yeah.
See that the size of the crowd to me doesn't matter, but that second part of your statement I absolutely agree with is that they're still trying to maintain that image of that outlaw true independent company, this, that, and the other, but they're not. They're, if anything, there's a super indie. They're not TV, but they're not like that small time independent company they used to be. They can afford guys. Like, look at the fucking talent they bring in, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Vikingo.
Yeah,
Sydney.
Vikingo. Yeah, Matt Cardona.
Cardona.
Yeah,
Cardona's-
Corbin.
Matt Cardona's been a regular with them for 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, even like on those fucking like those WrestleMania shows, all the fucking crazy talent they bring in, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And fuck, yeah, and fuck, Mick Foley was gonna wrestle for them last year in a death match. Cause I'm not sure if you guys heard, he was trying to like lose weight and try to train for a death match with somebody. I don't know who. I
Probably
think
Nick
it was either Gage. I don't think it was Gage. It might have been Cardona.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay, no problem. Take your time. I think it was. I don't know why, but my mind goes to Cardona.
Right.
Okay.
But that's besides the fact. But yeah, like they go out and get big fucking huge names. And the one thing I noticed during the show was that there was a lot of production miscues, like a lot of bad camera cuts, surprises not being done right. Like even like I think the poor usage of their hard cam, like a lot of their stationary cams that are on tripods, they're not like high production value. Like they're not like those TNA style, AEW style, WWE style. They still look like they still look like the ones that you could pick up at a fucking any store, and they still have like you. Dollar Bill would know exactly where I'm going with because he's a production guy.
Yeah.
They still look like the VHS cameras your parents had.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the old big ones like that.
Yeah. But even some of their other like from a production standpoint, some of their stuff is really good. Like the fucking vignettes they do are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Probably the best in they're probably the best in the entire business.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I think there's a lot of stuff that's holding GCW back. What do you guys think? I don't want to get into like a huge major rant.
Like, if you ask me, obviously number one is WWE. Number two,
obviously.
Number two, AEW.
Yep.
Oh, okay. No, I understand what you're saying.
Obviously.
3, I would go TNA.
Yeah.
3 is a constant argument, yeah. But I'd probably give it TNA more.
I would give it to TNA over Ring of Honor, GCW, for the fact that they're filling 4,000 or 5,000 seat arenas. Having good shows, good pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
Having phenomenal pay-per-views.
Yes.
Bangers of pay-per-views.
Bangers after bangers.
Mm-hmm.
But like Cleaner talked about earlier, like who's number 4? Is it GCW or is it Ring of Honor?
I don't consider Ring of. I'm gonna be honest. If this was like even 3 years ago, Ring of Honor is obviously number 3 because especially TNA was still being like on the rise again.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know where Ring of Honor would be if they decided to stay independent. You know, not being sold to Tony Khan. But since they're now under the Tony Khan umbrella, I kind of consider them more AEW.
Or AEW Light.
Not AEW Light. Well, actually, you know what? I would agree with John. Yeah, it is because it's not the true Ring of Honor. Like they try to do a lot of the traditions that Ring of Honor does, especially like with Code of Honor and stuff like that. But they don't do everything. Like Ring of Honor does a 20 count. They haven't been doing that since the takeover. You know?
No, they have.
Oh, they have.
They have.
For the Pure Rules matches.
Oh, okay, Pure Rules. Okay, so that's different. But in the normal matches too, it's supposed to be 20. I haven't noticed.
Yeah, it's been 20. I've been checking it out. It's been 20.
But yeah, so I would want to ask your guys' opinion. Do you think they're under the AEW banner?
I'm going to say yes. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say
have to agree.
Because it just seems like even like the idea of being under the umbrella means who's the one owning it? And you said Tony Khan.
Yeah.
Because Tony Khan bought, pretty much bought Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
So in that terms, it's kind of like buying a whole bunch of fast food chains under your belt. You're still companies, but you're still your belt.
Yeah.
And in this case, especially with Ring of Honor and AEW, talent goes back and forth between both shows almost like
Yeah.
willy
Like a
nilly.
revolving door.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a better one. Yeah. So I would pretty much have to say, like, they bought on the same umbrella. It's almost like they go to Ring of Honor. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
that's still part of AEW in a way. It's just with Ring of Honor.
Yes, and
Case in point, Dustin and Sammy.
yeah, they're more AEW guys.
Now, yeah, exactly. But they're on Ring of Honor.
We're gonna on. Yep.
And Dustin's a dual champion in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, he's the tag champion and the trios champion.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But you know what? He deserves it. He's put in the time. He deserves that shit.
No, he
And-
just,
Oh, sorry.
Well, I think it's he's helping out. Like he's deserved. I do agree with Brain is that in that he is deserving of it, and I think a lot of it is he's helping out the younger talent.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
offering a lending hand, which is something I think more veterans need to do instead of getting on a podcast and bitching about the entire community today or the industry today. How about you fucking go back to these companies that you fucking milked for money and help out the younger guys instead of bitching at them.
I always thought it was supposed to be like, I always thought, though, from hearing some conversations, that it's more like the younger guys don't want to hear from the older people.
That's what the older guys always say. But then they don't realize that they're giving shitty advice,
That's the truth.
because they're the younger today. What I've noticed that the younger today, they're gonna listen more to people that give solid advice and actually help people. They're not, because the thing about the wrestling industry is that one unwritten rules was that you're supposed to listen to advice from everybody. You're supposed to take advice from everybody. Like that's just thing you do. But now with the relaxing of these these unwritten rules, people just go to the fucking people that they learn from the most. Case in point, people they trust. Case in point, William Regal. He fucking is a gold mine of knowledge, and people fucking flock to him.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah. But then fucking you get somebody like fucking Conan who just fucking shits on the entire industry and shits on everybody that he doesn't like. And then you wonder why he fucking sits around by himself with his thumb up his ass.
Doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Who'd want to listen to that? Like, who'd want to listen to somebody just constantly bitch?
Yeah. He gets on a podcast and fucking spreading lies about fucking Britt Baker and Adam Cole. Because, he was the one that was spreading the lies that Britt Baker cheated on Adam Cole, even though they both said they're on very good terms.
Yeah. They're still friends.
Yeah, they're still friends.
hell,
But
Brett,
he wants to get on his podcast and say that fucking they broke up because she cheated on him. What the fuck? Who the fuck are you to say that?
and even
Also, who the fuck cares? Like,
Yeah, who the fuck cares?
she even made Saturday night.
When
she
was-
didn't- anyone.
When was the last time that Conan was relevant?
The
Uh,
90s.
15 years ago?
Yeah.
When LAX was in the original LAX was in TNA,
Yeah,
Yeah, about
So
15 years ago.
yeah.
somewhere around there. Yeah.
That's the
Sure,
last
yeah.
time that man has been relevant.
Yeah.
His opinion counts as about as much as CM Punk's opinion.
I agree. But okay, so
Yeah, that's
Assassin might disagree with me.
No,
Yeah.
Because he knows I'm right. He knows I'm right on this one.
So just so that we could talk about Genesis in a reasonable amount of time, I'm just gonna skim through these last couple of matches. Joey Janela did defeat Masato Tanaka, and I swear to fucking God, I was so happy to finally see Tanaka live. Same with Tajiri, finally be able to see those two live. Sabu came out, and at Janela's Spring Break 9, it's gonna be Janela and Sabu in Sabu's retirement match.
All right, who goes over? Sabu.
It's gonna be. I know it's gonna be Janela.
You think so?
Yeah, Sabu knows how to do work business with each other, unless it's with Paul Heyman. Then
You think Paul Heyman would show up?
no, because it's not a WWE sponsored event.
Heyman's gonna be too busy that
Yeah,
weekend.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this
think-
is true.
I think Spring Break's running against the Hall of Fame or something like that, or after the Hall of Fame or something like that.
Who
But-
knows?
But yeah, no, Sabu I think eats the pin. That's what you do on your retirement.
Megan Bain won her match.
Yeah, and I didn't realize this, but the reason why Sawyer Ruck had to vanquish or vacate the title was because she actually retired. I didn't know that. I thought it was an injury, but she actually retired.
Oh shit! Yeah,
She
there
came
you
She came back and fucking with a taser gun, fucking did Edison Cooker. So that was funny. But yeah, Matt Cardona, right? So mystery opponent. This is the best part. The mystery opponent. The first mystery opponent is Troy Invincible
Ah.
go.
or Tommy Invincible.
Left.
Yeah,
I'm
Tommy
gonna be-
Invincible.
I'm going to be honest. I'm sure I can agree with most of you guys here.
Mhm.
Who the fuck is Tommy Invincible?
Exactly.
One
I don't know.
Who are you?
He got a good entrance though.
He did.
I'll be right back. I gotta get something out of the kitchen.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. Of course, he
Who
beats
are you?
him in like short order,
Yeah, it was like 2.5 minutes or something like that.
and
Oh,
demands the
God.
biggest and the baddest, and gets Microman.
So I just want to say, like, for the Tommy Invincible, I see that entrance and I'm like, oh, MGK. Who the fuck comes out to MGK? And I see this like guy who kind of looks like Ricochet a little bit. But obviously my blind ass doesn't know who the it just keeps on saying Invincible. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then Microman, oh, he got a huge pop. He got a huge pop.
You know, it's actually kind of funny because he actually is pretty good.
Yeah.
The last time he was on a GCW show, he kind of disappeared behind Ali Catch's ass.
Oh, that was Roulette Internatum. Oh shit.
Fuck off.
But yeah, no, see Microman, man, I was fucking crying when he came out. I was like, no fucking way. And then like he gets into the ring, he's barely above the front top rope.
Yeah, I know.
Holy
You know,
shit.
he's legitimately listed as 3'3", which I think he's fucking smaller.
Wow.
But no, yeah, he came out, and that was a quick match. And then he goes for a third match, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay, somebody's gotta like fucking come out. And then the music starts playing. I'm like,
It's-
what the fuck? And then
It's
you see
fucking Lloyd.
Jimmy, yeah, you see him start to line up right behind him. And I'm like, I'm not noticing at first. And then I hear the music, and I'm like, wait, that's Jimmy Lloyd's music. And then it's the big reveal that Jimmy Lloyd is finally like turning on Matt Cardona and becoming Jimmy Lloyd again. And it was a nice. I'm not actually.
Yeah, he's
Just
going
thinking
from
about it.
Jimmy Lloyd to Jimmy fucking Lloyd.
Yeah, Jimmy,
Back to
Jimmy,
fucking Lloyd.
Jimmy fucking
Jim-
Lloyd.
Jimmy
Jim-
fucking Lloyd.
Jim- Love it. Love it.
I actually just got a little goosebumps just even thinking about it because it was a nice moment. It was a very good moment, and I'm very happy that he is going back to his persona. I'm sure they're gonna have a match later down the line.
Oh, of course, no doubt.
But yeah. So next is the TNA title or GCW title match. Now I will be honest. You might even see some screenshots. This had the same effect that Ring of Honor and Collision both had. People were leaving. Not because it was a bad match, but because it was like 5 hours of wrestling, and like people are starting to get tired. Like especially like in a case like Silent Assassin,
Kind of like WrestleMania 35.
pretty much, or Backlash, beat
Oh.
the traffic.
Oh,
Remember
Backlash
that?
2018.
Yeah, the one that we went to together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody during the Samoa Joe Roman Reigns match, everybody's chanting "beat the traffic" because people are fucking leaving. And now, mind you, that show is still considered like one of the worst WWE pay-per-views of all time. Which,
Oh yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
35.
And
Where's
we were there.
35 at?
35 was at MetLife.
That
Oh,
was the one.
shit.
That was the 7-hour show.
Yeah, with Becky Lynch.
God.
That was the triple threat. Winner takes
The seven-
all women's
Yes.
championship.
The
Yeah.
the 7 hour of oh my god, I want to go to sleep thing.
Yeah, and New Jersey Transit fucked that up because they were not like running trains like that far late into the night. And so like people had to start taking Ubers, and now Ubers are costing like fucking $90, $100 just to go back to Secaucus. So that was a whole shit show that I realized I'm so fucking glad I didn't go to that.
So I went to WrestleMania 35 with my ex and my sister,
Mm.
and my ex lives about at the time lived about 10 minutes away from MetLife.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh.
main event ended. We booked it. We got out of MetLife within 15 minutes.
Good for you.
See, that was the same for me at 29, which is, you know, the Rock seat at
29,
two.
I fell asleep in the parking lot twice.
Oh
I don't blame
shit.
you. I do not. I see. That's the one thing I
Trying to get out of
don't.
the parking lot.
What's that?
Trying to get out of the parking lot.
Yes.
That's
3 hours.
that's the one thing I don't miss about fucking going to Devils games up in the Meadowlands, because you would fucking sit and wait in that parking lot for a good hour and a half
Oh,
till the game's over.
The way they designed that shit was just so asininely
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucked up. That is the legitimate picture
Yeah.
of FUBAR.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, thankfully, me and my friend, the one that I went with, literally, as soon as Cena got the pinfall, we're running up those fucking stairs. We're running down all these stairs. And, like, I'm hearing John Cena's music going off, and then I hear The Rock's music going off. I'm like, I fucking hate you because I'm missing this cool shit. Then I hear fireworks go off. I'm like, I even more fucking hate you now. But we got home in, like, 35, 40 minutes. And, like, that's from MetLife to Bayonne.
Yeah, see, when I was at 29, I didn't get out of the stadium until like 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, but I mean, you're working, so that's reasonable.
And
you
here's
know?
the kicker. Here's the kicker. I didn't leave from the stadium to go home.
You went back to your
I had to go back
office.
to Moonaki to the ambulance building, get in my car, and then drive home.
Yeah. So I mean, you were still getting paid until you got back to the office, right?
No,
No.
dude, that's volunteer.
Oh.
Yeah, Moonaki.
Well then, yeah. So that, but you got to go for
You know what?
free.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
barely saw anything though. No, I legitimately had 3 legit like priority 1 calls that day. I had a guy having a heart attack
Oh, at the show.
at the show. Yep.
Oh wow.
I had a guy with a woman with difficulty breathing, and I had a guy that almost had a stroke.
Oh, so you weren't like medic
I was-
for the wrestlers. You were a medic for people in the
I was
stand.
a medic for the event,
Okay.
for everything.
Okay, I thought you were just
Like
like for the like helping out the people for the wrestlers.
No, like the EMTs working for Meadowlands would bring the patients down to the medical room, and then we were basically the transports.
Hmm.
But I still had like 3 or 4 legitimate calls.
Okay.
So
Shit, you were busy.
yeah,
But yeah.
but the
It-
best
it-
part at the end of the night was when we were sitting and standing outside the room,
Mhm.
and the Undertaker came past. What in the fucking hell was that? Y'all are hearing this, right?
Yeah. No. Well, we could hear your Duolingo. Oh, now his mic's mute.
Yeah, so I got a little bit of a mic thing. I gotta do some equipment shopping this weekend, folks. I apologize.
Yes, you do. But
Yeah, I know.
the best part of that night was standing there as the wrestlers were leaving, and they were stopping and saying thank you and whatnot. And then the Undertaker came past and stood there and talked to us for 15 minutes.
There you go.
Nice.
But
I was trying to come up with a joke there about like how he was gonna bury somebody. He just needed
He
to
did.
fucking. Who did
he
he
did
bury?
bury somebody.
Who did he
He
bury?
buried Punk.
No. I mean, like some like backstage story, like talking about like fucking I don't know, like fucking Mason Ryan was like a son of a bitch, doesn't listen to anybody, fucking stands there with his shit looking like Batista. But
Where he's at now?
I fucking no clue.
Nope.
I don't even think he exists anymore.
No, you don't.
Um,
Mason Ryan?
Yeah.
Nah, probably retired.
But yeah, no. So yeah, people were leaving, and I feel bad too because it was like Effie's crowning moment. But man, that place emptied out. Myself, I was telling this to John on my way home. Like it was a fucking bitch. I should have left when I was thinking, should I leave like earlier, maybe around the same time that Silent Assassin left, and I realized I should have because so my story is right. I leave. I walk a block. It's a block to the pass station. I get in there. Nobody's there. There's like 2 trains there, and there's one thing on the board that says 40 minutes. Like fuck, I'm not waiting that. Yeah, I said I'm not waiting that. And I checked my phone on the New Jersey Transit app, and it says, like 10 minutes to the next Jersey Transit train out of Penn Station. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm doing that. So I walk a block to MSG, and with about 4 minutes to spare, I get on the train.
Mm-hmm.
Train's supposed to leave at 1 o'clock.
Mhm.
1:01. Oh, we'll have
What?
Yeah, all I heard was that.
Signal problem.
Oh, yeah, signal problem. We have to wait until we get the green light. We should be going any moment soon.
40 minutes later.
5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It's 1:22. Fuck. And then it's like another 10, 20, 30 minutes. So it's
30
about
minutes right
150.
Could've been on the
150.
death train.
Yeah. We see like these the ticket people. They're fucking standing around talking, having a nice time. And like people are getting pissed. And fucking finally at like 1:55, the train starts fucking moving. I'm like, Jesus Christ, finally. And then the train stops. Like we literally move like 50 feet and the train stops.
Doesn't even
Motherfucker.
leave the station.
No,
Oh my god.
no,
What the
didn't even
hell?
leave the station.
Jesus
But then we only waited like 5 minutes, and then it went. And so I get to
Wow.
Secaucus. I pull out my lift and I say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm just trying to get the fuck home because fucking
Yeah.
it's not Hoboken is the first station, so it says 12 minutes. I'm like, all right, fine. And then the guy takes like a fucking 10-minute break right outside of Holland Tunnel.
Yo, Lyft driver?
Yeah, he was just waiting. I think he was getting gas. Like I was trying to translate it or like look around the area. Looked like he was stopping for gas.
Right.
So he picks me up. He goes down the block in Secaucus, and then he just stops next to a pizza place that I know of because I used to, obviously I used to work in that area.
Yeah.
So I've been to that pizza place. And he goes, "Oh, is this where you stop?" I'm like, "We're nowhere fucking near Bayonne. What the fuck are you talking about?" So he goes down the street further, goes down, obviously it's a like he makes a left and it's a dead end road. He's like, put in your address. I'm like, you motherfucker. So I put in the quick check that's across the street to my house. Then we get on the turnpike, and then he takes the cars lane. You know,
Right.
after the Secaucus interchange, so he takes the
Yeah.
cars lane, and little did I know, if you take the cars lane, it doesn't have an exit for 14A. So I'm
No, you gotta go out to Newark and then turn around and come back.
Oh shit!
we went down to Elizabeth, circled around Newark Airport, and he took me back. I checked my Lyft; it was like $11 more than it was supposed to be. I said, "Fucking dispute," and they immediately gave it back to me.
Good,
Yeah, good.
good.
So I didn't
Good.
get home till like 3:00, and the show ended at 12:30.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It
Bloody
usually takes me
hell.
an hour and a half to get home from a fucking Hammerstein show.
You enjoy transit. Get your shit together.
Yeah, that was rough.
Lyft, get your shit together.
Yeah,
Oh, Lyft
don't
is
hire
good.
stupid fucking drivers, because Lyft is usually good. Lyft is actually I usually have a much better time than Uber, but
Same here.
for some reason they just hired the stupidest fucking driver and they gave it to me.
Mhm.
So with that being said, who here watched Genesis?
Again, I was doing stuff. With
Yeah.
this.
Again, Sunday we were getting killed on Sunday.
And you got
Slaughtered.
within the last half hour. I was like, oh, we want to go eat.
Dude, it
You
was
had that?
all fucking day. The minute I walked in and the snow was starting, the kid who was working, his mom told me he had to come home.
Oh shit!
So he was only there. He was literally only there 2 hours. I was there for about 45 minutes before my boss texted me, "Hey, Mike has to go home. Can you come in early?" I texted him back, "I'm here." He's like, "Oh, thanks, bud. Can you clock in now?" I'm like, "Sure." So I clocked in at 1 o'clock on Sunday when I wasn't supposed to clock in until like 4.
Shit!
I ain't arguing. It's 3 hours of overtime for me.
Not exactly.
Plus
Yeah.
the 3.5 hours of overtime I picked up on Friday to clean the floors in the dining room
There you
because they
go.
were covered with the salt and shit from the outside.
Oh.
And then all hell fucking broke loose. Because it was a holiday weekend.
And yeah,
All the Jersey jackasses and New York nitwits were up for the holiday weekend. And they decided in the middle of a fucking snowstorm that they had to come out to eat.
So they
On
weren't.
a normal Sunday night. A
Mhm.
normal Sunday night. Even in the summertime. I should be done by 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Mhm.
I did not punch out until 10:45.
So I want to ask. They were all like dining in the restaurant. They weren't like takeout orders or like.
Oh, we did a good
Deliveries?
portion of takeout, but yeah, we were doing mostly in-house.
Mm.
Because people came to watch the damn games too.
That's why I mentioned that.
Oh yeah, How far are you away from Philly?
Dude, I'm 2 hours from Philly.
Oh yeah. Of
Oh
course.
my! You're going the other direction.
Oh yeah. I forget how close we are to Philly.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a half hour from Scranton.
Oh yeah, you're not that far from us.
No.
No, I'm 2
Well-
hours from you guys.
Yeah. I know Scranton. So he's
Scranton,
right
Scranton.
outside.
Let's get into TNA here. And we're gonna do
Genesis.
this. Yeah, we're gonna do this quick. We're not gonna sit around and bullshit for an hour and a half on each match.
Total
Why not?
nonstop action.
Okay, so let's go to the first match.
Yeah, we had Kazarian versus Leon Slater. Kaz wins.
Well, So I actually have there was another match just beforehand. Jake's
Okay.
something versus Ashante Adonis.
Yep.
That actually happened before the Kazarian match. So
Oh, okay.
Ah,
at least
oh,
No, that happened after.
Oh, after? Okay. So, because on my results page, it listed before. Okay.
No, but I turned on the pre-show. Um, like halfway through, and
Mhm.
they were talking about the whole partnership
Okay.
with
WWE.
WWE.
yes.
The W.
Sorry, I'm starting
The
to
dub.
get.
It's all
Do you
right.
think that partnership's going to have some free mahi mahi
Good
points
question.
to anybody who gets that fucking reference? I will give you all the points in the world if you get that reference.
I remember.
I don't know,
Mahi.
man, but you know what? Anything is fucking possible.
Just look up mahi mahi TNA visits WWE commercial.
Oh my god, yes. Okay.
Yep.
I remember now.
It was just a
Yeah.
group of TNA guys. I think it was like Road Dogg, Ron Truth Killings, and Abyss, and like Tracy Smothers, and
Tracy
they went
Brooke.
to Tracy Brooke. Yeah, my bad. And they just went to WWE was filming a Royal Rumble commercial. You know, the one where it's they're snapping the fingers and they're all, it's going to be a fight tonight.
Yes, and
Yeah.
and Abyss was walking down with balloons.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I recommend to watch that segment. It's on YouTube. Watch it.
And they bring cookies, and Tracy Brooks brought her muffins. Like, dude, now I remember that.
You get to see an unmasked Rey Mysterio.
They blurred his face. On
Yeah,
the,
obviously, because they were gonna get sued.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first match I have for the night is Moose defeating Ace Austin.
Mhm.
I know Moose was teasing. It was a good one.
That was a given.
Oh, given. Oh, I thought you said it was a good one. But Moose was talking about how he's going to unveil a new X Division Championship. All it was, it's gold plated instead of silver, and it's like a actual leather color strap instead of a black strap.
Mm.
It's nice looking. Like, I ain't gonna knock it.
It's the same fucking belt.
Yeah. Like,
Dude.
what?
Dude.
No, wait.
Dude.
You guys got to see this.
Yeah,
One of the
sure,
guys
sure.
from our wrestling groups.
Is it
Michael
Caleb?
Palmer? No, it's not Caleb. No, I asked him to design some belts for BFW,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and he just sent me
Oh,
one of the
okay.
first designs.
Nice.
All right, let's talk about that after we get through TNA. Just let's get TNA done with, and then
Okay.
we could talk about some your plans for BFW.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, I don't want a replay of last month. I have popped a pill to go to sleep.
Oh God.
I'm going to bed.
All right.
But
We'll talk to you
dude,
soon.
you were off tomorrow. You didn't have to do that.
Listen.
I say fuck it. I say fuck it. Let's have him on stream sleeping, and we just mute his mic.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
Yeah, no. So if I could get one, can I get one?
You can.
Okay. Yeah.
Too sweet.
Too sweet.
Too sweet.
Thank you.
All right, brother.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Have a good night, man.
Later.
Bye-bye.
But
I was gonna say let's just have him on, just mute his mic and just have him as a fifth person, just sleeping in the background. I thought it'd be really funny, but. So some of the other matches, Eric Young and Steve Macklin defeated the System. Spitfire, which is Danny Luna and Johnny Threat, defeated House of Elegance via pinfall. Yeah, because it's Ash Elegance, Ash by Elegance, Heather by Elegance.
House of Elegance.
Yeah, the personal concierge, George Iceman by Elegance. But yeah, no. Then there was Tessa Blanchard versus Jordan Grace, which, other
Okay,
than
I
being a
like
send off for Jordan Grace, was almost a shit show. I did see, stuff. They were chanting, "She's a racist." Fuck Tessa Blanchard, or "Fuck you, Tessa." Yeah, this.
I saw one of the best signs as she's walking down.
What's
What's
that?
that?
It says Tessa sucks with a picture of her father next to the quote balloon.
Oh,
Oh shit!
I saw that and I fucking died. I was done. But I mean, really, it's just for that. It was fucking hilarious.
yeah. And one of the nice things, so this was Jordan's last date with TNA, and they gave her the old Impact Wrestling Knockouts Championship as a
As
mementos.
forever championship.
Yeah, so that was really cool. Mike Santana defeated Josh Alexander, and then afterwards, Alexander not only said he quit the match, but he quit TNA. This is just them writing him off. He was scheduled to hit free agency when his contract expires, I think, in February. So there's going to be definitely a bidding war between AEW and WWE for him. If we still had,
Where do you see him?
because AEW can match the WWE offer. WWE didn't go that big for Osprey and Okada, so they could definitely match for Alexander. He is older, so I don't know how much that would take into effect with WWE. His style fits more for AEW because they are more receptive to his technical style. It just depends on where his heart lies. What about you two? Where do you think he goes? Or in you, Brain, where do you think he's gonna go?
Believe it or not, I'm gonna guess AEW/ROH.
See, now if we still had Sinclair ROH, I would say fucking put him there and make him world champion day one, because he is
Not
like
so much
the.
day one, maybe month one, not day one.
No, I'm putting him day one Ring of Honor world champion, because like if I'm building Ring of Honor and I'm using the guy, the workers of today, he is at the top of my list of like who I would build the company around. So fucking I would Ring of Honor champion day one. Now, once again, like I said, this is Sinclair ROH, not Tony Khan ROH.
Yes.
Assassin, Dollar Bill, do you guys have an opinion on this?
I think he goes to AEW, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. And Dollar Bill?
Probably AEW though. Part of me thinks he's probably gonna go indie for a little bit before going to AEW. I don't know.
Okay.
It just didn't seem like. I mean, AEW is already getting saturated, so it just feels like he's gonna get lost in the shuffle. Honestly.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
You know where if he's gonna go indie, you know where I'd like to see him?
GCW.
Absolutely.
I'm agreeing with that.
I mean, if it's my personal opinion,
Yeah, sure.
like if it's where I want him to be,
Mm-hmm.
but then again, I know he has a family, so he wouldn't be able to do this. I want him in fucking New Japan. He would be perfect in New Japan.
I was thinking New Japan as well. Maybe like
But the thing is,
yeah,
he's not. I mean, one with the the yen with its going down, they're not going to be able to match that AEW or WWE offer. Two, it depends on. Hey, what's up, Voltaire?
Voltaire in the house. How you doing, brother?
But yeah, like they're not going to be able to match that offer, and it depends on if he wants to go to Japan. But he would be perfect. It doesn't even matter if it's like New Japan. It would be if it's Noah or if it's All Japan. He'd be a perfect fit. But
I could see Noah. I could see Noah.
Yeah, I can see Noah.
yeah, no, they would both be a perfect fit for him. But so after that, we had the Hardys defeated the Rascals with Fraxium watching from ringside.
Which
Ooh.
actually leads up to this next little bit. Tomorrow night, or actually tonight, since it's midnight now, Fraxium versus the Rascals on TNA live for the NXT Tag Team Championship.
That is right. So this week, it's the first time I think they said in
Years.
8 years, yeah, that TNA is doing a live episode of Impact. This is really cool. I won't be able to watch because I don't have access. But yeah, no, that's gonna be really cool.
Fantastic. Seriously, great to hear.
And you said it's Fraxium versus Rascals for the NXT Tag Championships.
Yes.
I'm
stuff.
sure that is going to be a very good match.
That is going to be a very high flying match.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, that's going to be
Lots of
very,
action, folks.
very PWG style.
Let me tell you something. I'm calling a shocker.
Go for it.
Since it's the first official match since the announcement of the partnership, I'm calling it a title change.
How long has Fraxium had these belts?
They've had them about 7-8 months now, maybe
They
9.
won
Okay.
I believe, from Chase U.
Okay. They are definitely in potential, because I noticed like after like 3 months, WWE that's when you're like, okay, WWE might have a belt change here. But yeah, no, yeah, it should absolutely be a very good match. So after that, we had the Clockwork Orange match. Masha Slamovich beating Rosemary. And after that match, Cora Jade came out. And I'm guessing that's going to lead to a future Cora Jade versus Masha Slamovich. What do you guys think?
Yep.
That should be an interesting match.
Okay. It'll be a lot of fun. Lots of fun.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement there. Do that.
And then the one the one result I think everybody was pulling for. No, even though nobody hates Nick Namath, everybody's rooting for it. I'm actually glad it happened. Joe Hendry.
Same here.
Yeah.
I'm
is the
glad
new-
they finally pulled the trigger on this one.
Yeah. TNA World Champion. Now I do remember his. This is a very good thing to do because his contract expires. I know later in the year.
Joe Hendry?
Yeah. So he has time in TNA. And to see him finally be given this belt is very, very, very good. You could see the star potential in him in Ring of Honor when he was with Ring of Honor. Even before that, when he was with ICW in Scotland. I think they're called Insane Championship Wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same gimmick, but obviously on a much smaller scale, and you could see he had star potential. So to finally see him win a big world championship, a major world championship, happy for the kid. What are your guys' opinion?
I love the fact that they finally pulled the trigger on Joe Hendry winning the title. Should have been done a while back.
That's good. What about
should have been
go
done
ahead.
in that match where Nick Namath actually won the match. In the elimination match.
I don't know when that was. I tell you what, I feel like it should have been at Bound for Glory. That's your biggest show of the year, and they still had he was still a lot hotter of an act. I think it should have went down at Bound for Glory.
Makes you wonder why it held us so long.
Yeah, makes me
Probably
question.
because they didn't want to. They didn't want to kind of step on nickname as quick as they could have.
Like a transitional champion.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't want him to be a transitional champion. They wanted him to have a semi-decent run. And to be honest with you, he did.
Yeah.
I do want to check when he won the world title.
Summer, maybe.
Really?
I think
Next challenge at Rebellion and Losing Effort. Name of the team is Brian. Slam. Oh, he won it at Slammiversary, so it's July. Okay, yeah, no, okay, then I could see your viewpoint. I thought he actually won the title much earlier. But yeah, no, okay, I could absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's about a 6-month reign. Yeah, so yeah, Brain, you're completely right on that.
That's why he's the brain.
Now, I'm not sure if you guys saw
Got it.
I'm not sure if you guys saw afterwards. Somebody was asking him, "Oh, who would you want as your first opponent?" Says, "Why not John
Mind
Cena?"
power, sweet mind power.
Yeah. John Cena. We can't see him. But anyway.
Yeah, he can see us. And he's
Yes.
disappointed in us
As
because
usual.
we're not. Because he's on stage singing about whacking off, and nobody's watching. I forget what movie that is, but it plays in my Instagram feed so many times. It's just him on a stage doing like song parody after song parody. It's all about masturbation, and it's the funniest fucking thing. I forget what movie it's from though.
Funny. Too funny.
So yeah, that's it for Genesis. I know, Brain, you had some stuff to talk about.
For BFW. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, BFW.
So
Your own fans.
so the one guy, Michael Palmer from one of our wrestling groups, I asked him to do some mock-ups for some wrestling belts.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm curious. Blood Force Wrestling Champion. BFW.
With the blood
Hemisphere.
drops. With the blood drops.
Mm-hmm.
He said he's going to work on the side plates tomorrow and then start to color it in.
What
But
color
I
is he
actually
gonna do?
like the outline.
Yeah. No, it's a good outline.
You know, it's sort of reminiscent of the old Hogan belt, but it's not quite the old Hogan belt.
Yeah.
You know, the 84 to 86.
Oh, God, I remember that one.
85 to 87 belt that he had
Mhm.
with the two rounded rounded parts. But yeah, I like that. Yeah, we're doing well, Voltaire. Thanks for asking. But he said
What color? Sorry.
black, red, and gold.
Okay, that's what I was asking. That works, definitely.
Yeah, black, red, and gold.
Mhm.
And then he says he's going to work on the tag team belts next. And I came up with the name for the mid-card title that I want to do for the
what's that?
company. Final Resolution. Final Resolution Championship. Because, I mean, right now in some of our wrestling groups, we're all holding titles.
Yeah.
We're holding titles. I mean, in FTW, you're the Grand Legacy champion. I'm the Destiny champion. In Worlds Collide, we're the Crossband Trios champion. In PWMF, I'm the NXT/Dynamite champion, and Lil Psycho is the Intergalactic champion.
Mhm.
So I have literally held titles in every single league I have been in. Hell, 3 weeks
Damn.
in, when I first joined FTW, 3 weeks in, I became the 24/7 champion, and I held that thing for 3 weeks, which is pretty good in the prediction world to hold a title for 3 weeks. Usually, titles are jumping around like hot potatoes.
Yep. But this time it didn't.
Nope. But how did you get? Why'd you mute yourself, Cleaner?
Oh no, I was just talking to somebody else.
Oh,
outside.
okay.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But so speaking of our prediction leagues,
Mm-hmm.
Cleaner doesn't know about this, but he's
About to.
he's about to. Dollar Bill, or in this case, Don Dinero, Silent Assassin, you have seen what happened in FTW. Have you not?
It's been crazy.
Yeah, one of the guys, he goes by the name the Merchant of Death. We were talking the other day, and he decided he wanted to challenge for my Destiny Championship. I said, "Okay, I'm up for a challenge, and I'll let you know in my promo what my answer is."
Yeah.
So I decided to pull a Hogan.
Oh shit.
I decided to exercise a little creative control.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
I don't give a shit whether it works
brother.
for you. You're not in the damn leagues, so shut up.
No, that's the Hogan. That's the Hogan saying.
Yeah, I know. But so I put out a promo where I said, you know what? He doesn't just get to walk up and demand a title match all the time.
Right.
This guy likes to run his mouth about anything and everything. He cries, he bitches, he moans. So
Blah, 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 blah.
exactly. So I decided that no, he's not going to get a title match. He's going to get an eliminator match. Where if he beats me, he gets a future title match.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, this did not sit well with him. Because he went off the rails. Like,
Oh, the shit.
completely off the rails, where he was, if he was screaming and cursing and calling me a liar, a coward, a bitch, a fucking asshole, a beaten dog.
He can stop talking about himself.
Yeah, I said, okay, bet, motherfucker. I went straight to the guy who runs the league. And I told him what happened. Later on, he texted me to apologize, but explained that his character is a dick. I said, that's fine. Your apology accepted. However, you're about to find out the consequences of your actions.
Oh shit.
So I wrote another promo where I went barging into the owner's office, and I went up one side, down the other, and right through the middle. And I told him, this guy does not get to speak to me that way. He does not get to speak about me that way. Therefore,
Right.
I am exercising my champion's prerogative, and I am rescinding even the eliminator match.
Oh shit.
So yeah, not only did I rescind the eliminator match,
Mhm.
I said to him straight out, he is never getting another match against me, no matter what. He can issue all the
Ever.
challenges ever. If I'm a champion, if I'm not, I don't care. I'm not getting in the ring with him. And you can't make me. And I told him straight out, you either suspend this son of a bitch or I'll rescind the match. He says, well, I can't really suspend him for doing a promo in character. I'm like, okay, no problem. Match rescinded. He says, that's your right as the champion. And I put that promo out.
Right.
I have yet to see a response
Oh shit. Of course not.
because he
Ah,
knows
lovely.
he fucked up. And I'm telling you straight out,
Mm-hmm.
if he was sitting or standing in front of me and he said that, he would be picking his teeth up off the ground after he woke up after I choked his ass out.
Somebody fucked up. Somebody fucked up. Yep.
He fucked around and found out.
Faffle. Faffle.
Boffo, you know it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He boffled.
Yeah, by the way, my camera is being updated, so that's what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, the firmware's updated on it. See if that might fix it. Man, interesting show. Interesting talks about
Yes,
predictions.
indeed.
We guys, you incorporate that more in our show because it gets interesting.
What, talking about the prediction leagues?
Yeah, a little bit, especially some
Yeah,
of
we
the
can,
fun
do that.
with
We
it.
can always do that at the end of the shows. I got no problem with that.
Recap.
Especially since we're considering starting our own prediction league.
Yes, let's BS.
We're going to start BFW as a prediction league on Facebook. And then eventually it will hopefully transition to a legitimate wrestling promotion. At which point, everybody is going to have a part in it.
Like I said, we just need a ring and a few people.
Yep. Well, we got the people. We need two other things. We need three things.
Yeah.
We need a place to hold the shows.
Yep.
We need a ring. And we need the money to get the wrestlers.
I could simplify that to three things: money, money, money.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because
Yeah,
money
that's
gets us
what
the
they
building, money gets us the ring, and money gets us the wrestlers.
First, you get the money, then you get the rest of the ring, then you get the wrestlers.
Yep.
So who's going on OnlyFans? Who's earning the money on OnlyFans?
All right,
Well,
I might as well again.
Well, since Silent Assassin is the best looking one out of all of us, I think, and the youngest, he might garner the most money.
Well, I am the good looking one.
And you know what? It's a sad state of affairs that I have to say it that way.
Mhm.
You and I have to agree. I have to look like it.
But guys, after we kill this, I need to talk to you for a minute. So just don't disappear right away, okay?
Poof.
But I knew he was gonna do that. I knew you were gonna do that, you bitch.
Oh wait, no, or even better.
Hey, that's an improvement.
Oh,
But guys, excellent show tonight.
Very excellent.
We covered a lot of stuff tonight. Only thing I didn't want to cover, we didn't get to cover, is what's happening on Saturday.
I mean, I'm sure we could talk about that if you guys want, unless you guys are feeling it.
I'm good to go.
well, let's just go a quick one down of the
going.
matches then.
Yeah.
Saturday's main event.
We got some bangers on Saturday.
All right. Who's got
Speaking
the
of
card up
that,
and talk to it quick? Oh, it's on
Sting,
Peacock and NBC,
Braun
by the
Breaker.
way, folks.
Yes,
Continental
indeed.
Title.
Oh, you say again? Braun Breaker versus
Sheamus versus Braun.
Sheamus versus Braun.
Yes.
Can I ask, how long are these shows? Like
2
the
hours.
Saturday night or 2 hours?
About 2 hours, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's pretty much like a normal TV.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many shows or matches? Yeah, how many matches are currently?
Sanchez versus Braun. What's
Okay.
next? Oh, 4? Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted the numbers.
So there's the Intercontinental title match.
hmm
Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax for the women's world title.
hmm
That's the only women's match of the night, by the way.
Yeah. Jacob Fatu versus
Braun.
Braun Strowman.
hmm
Now
And
that's
then
beef.
that's gonna be hands gonna be flying in that match.
So yeah, it's just a 4-match show. Say 2 hours.
Yeah.
Now I doubt each match is going to get 30 minutes.
No,
No.
of course
Hell
not.
no.
Because there's gonna
Especially-
be other segments. Oh, and they got the contract signing, Cody and Kevin Owens.
Okay.
And it's
Which-
being moderated by Shawn Michaels.
because they're in San Antonio.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
of course.
the-
Hometown kid.
Frostbake Center, which I believe used to be at one point the AT&T Center. A lot of famous wrestling has gone on there.
Oh yeah.
And they got
But the one match everybody's looking forward to is Jey Uso versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight title.
So, all right, I'm gonna go run down the card, and I'm gonna we could do a little prediction here.
Yeah,
Okay, we could do a little preview of your prediction league.
Yes.
So we got. So I'm gonna go listed on Cage Match. What they listed from top to bottom. Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax. Who we picking?
Hmm.
Rhea. She just won the title back. They're not going to make her drop it 2 weeks later.
I
They're
mean,
not going to do it to her.
Zack Ryder lost it in 24 hours.
That's
Yeah,
like
but
right
Zack
though.
Ryder's not as big of a star as Rhea Ripley. He never
Yeah,
was.
that's true.
He never was. He never will be.
Kane lost it in 24 hours. The world title. So what I'm saying is, anything with WWE, anything can happen. Now,
Right.
don't get me wrong. I completely understand where you're coming from. I when it comes to somebody of Rhea's stature, I completely agree with you.
Right. I mean, the only way we're doing it also be promote a storyline with Nia, but is it finally time
Yeah.
for Nia to get a storyline promoted for her?
It's not.
She's already had it. She's already had that
Yeah, with
Exactly.
Bayley.
Exactly. So it's like,
with Tiffany.
Tiffany. One of them.
Yeah.
So we got
I'm
one
gonna
for
go-
Rhea.
60% Rhea. As much as I think I could see why they would go with Nia, but I'm gonna go with Rhea.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Rhea, but she retains and wins by DQ.
Ooh.
Dusty finish. Okay.
Because being that Nia just lost the women's title to Tiffany
Mhm.
here, and she's in the Royal Rumble match, they want to make her look strong for the Rumble.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Because keep in mind, next Saturday's the Royal Rumble too.
Ooh.
That's right.
I'm not
Yeah.
like I can't get used to the Royal Rumble being in February.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not fucking buying it either, man. They could have had it this Saturday instead of doing
Yeah.
Saturday night's main event.
And is it WrestleMania late April this year?
April 19th and 20th. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
still
hold on a
no.
second. Wait, Royal Rumble's next. Oh, that's right. It's February 1st. I was gonna
Yep.
make sense myself.
Literally
Oh,
January.
well, okay. So February 1st isn't that bad. I thought it was the 8th for some reason.
No.
No,
But no,
February-
it should still be like that last weekend in January.
Yeah. Well, in a way, it is. In a way, it's the way
Yeah.
the dates lined up. But yeah. So
So okay, so we got a clean sweep for Rhea. Next, Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman.
ooh,
We're gonna kick it off with Silent Assassin this time.
Jacob Fatu.
Okay, so one for Fatu, dollar bill.
I love.
I like Strowman, but I really want to see Fatu overcome.
Okay. So that's 2 for Fatu. Brain.
I definitely love Braun, but the way they're packaging Jacob Fatu right now and getting ready to push him,
Mhm.
it's. I think he's going to go over. I think it's Jacob Fatu.
I think
Okay.
so. Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
Breaker?
that's another clean sweep here.
Not bad.
So next is the Intercontinental Championship. Um,
Why
that's
don't
what
you start it off, Cleaner?
wait, did John Cena ever win the Intercontinental title?
Yeah,
I
he's a
think-
Grand Slam.
But I'm not saying whether he's a Grand Slam or not. But has he ever won the Intercontinental specifically?
Yeah.
Sheamus? No.
No, not Sheamus. Wait,
Uh,
Sheamus and
yeah.
John.
Cena.
No.
No, you're right. He never did. That's right.
Yeah.
So he's not a Grand Slam then.
Well, no, he's got other championships because I know he's a United
US?
States
Oh,
tag team. Well, he's a World Tag Team and a WWE Tag Team, so that's multiple right there.
Mhm.
And then he's
He's a
both.
Triple Crown, but he's not. He's not a Grand Slam.
Well, he's also WWE and a World Heavyweight. Oh wait, depends on how they rank
You
it.
got to remember
Yeah.
he had the United States Championship,
Yeah.
so he's
So
a Triple Crown, but he's not a Grand Slam.
unless do they consider the World Heavyweight title when it was just a big gold? Do they consider that different? No.
It counts towards the Grand Slam championship.
Okay. Well, no. What I'm saying is, like, would they consider that he's a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion and he's a 14-time WWE Champion? Because I don't know if they considered those reigns as a part of the unified belt when they unified them in 2013.
He's a 16-time heavyweight champion.
Okay, so they count them. Okay.
He's a 5-time United States champion. He's a 2-time WWE Tag Team Champion and a 2-time World Tag Team Champion.
Okay. Okay,
He's
so
Money in the Bank winner, Royal Rumble ×2,
and he's a
two-time
hardcore
WWE
champion.
contender. I'm sorry?
I was gonna say, and he's a hardcore champion. No, I'm joking around.
Yeah, no, not a hardcore or 24/7.
So, okay. So next is, like I said, so yeah, that's the one thing he needs to do before he retires is just give him a run with the Intercontinental belt. But yeah, so we got Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. Let's go with Dollar Bill first.
Tough one to call. On one hand, it's like Breaker is being poised to really do some damage, but on the other hand, we gotta give Sheamus a push somehow. Good question. Unless I have to find do something with Sheamus, I'm probably gonna go with Breaker.
Okay. All right, so that's one for Breaker. Brain, you're next.
You know, as much as I'm loving the way they're packaging Breaker, he is an absolutely phenomenal athlete, phenomenal wrestler.
Mhm.
He is literally a perfect combination of his father and his uncle.
The Steiner Brothers in one package.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're finally going to pull the trigger, and Sheamus is going to pull it off and become a Grand Slam champion.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Cleaner?
like kind of like.
You guys
I'll
as good
be
as
right
mine. I have no fucking clue. I don't watch the product.
I'm kind of hoping you're
You
right,
don't
Brain.
have a clue even when you did watch the product, so what's the difference?
I mean, I'm not going to argue that.
Assassin.
I'm going to go with Braun Breaker. Only because I think they're going to hold off Sheamus's Intercontinental title win until WrestleMania.
Is Sheamus a former Intercontinental Champion?
No, that's the only title he has never won in the WWE. He's
Jesus
been a
Christ!
world heavyweight champion. He's been a tag team champion multiple times. He's been a United States
United
champion.
States.
And WWE.
Yeah, he's held both heavyweight championships.
So yeah, this was the discussion I was regarding with Cena. The question I was asking. So they do consider the WWE title and the World Heavyweight title. They consider them
Separate.
both. Well, no, they actually consider both reigns. So that's why John Cena is considered a 16-time world champion, because they consider both the WWE title reigns pre-unification and the World Heavyweight title reigns pre-unification. They're both counted as one. Now, that does not include the current WWE World Heavyweight Championship. That's technically a different title. Fucking this goddamn squiggly line of title lineage. Fuck.
Thank you, Vince.
Yeah, no problem. Some good shit. Okay, so speaking of the WWE World Heavyweight title, not the original Big Gold, but this new version.
Big Gold and the WWE title had a baby.
A horrific
Child of
baby.
Big Gold, basically the Jersey Devil of
Yeah.
WWE.
Yeah, the Jersey Devil. The bastard child. The bastard child that Vince has been looking for so long.
The bastard
You bastard.
Belt.
You bastard.
So
There
yeah,
it is,
it's,
the bastard belt.
it's Gunther versus Jey Usos. Ja, who do you think is going to win the world title match for the Gunther and the Jey Uso?
Who's going first?
I'll start it off. You know what? Jey Uso is white hot right now in popularity. He is so far over that he's doubled over twice. So I think they might pull the trigger. Then again, they might have a fluky finish where somebody interferes in the match and it gets tossed. But I don't think Gunther's going to win clean. If anything, it's either going to be Jey Uso or it's going to be a fluky finish. But I'd like to see Jey Uso win. And here's the kicker on the fluky finish. If Jey Uso does win, the interference is going to come from Ludwig Kaiser. He's going to try and interfere and take out Jey Uso. And he's going to accidentally take out Gunther, costing him the title. And Jey Uso is going to take the title. And then Gunther and Kaiser are going to have a little bit of a go at it for a few weeks right at the Rumble.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and that's the one thing they say. It's easy to get over. Once you're over for life. You always know how to get over.
And that's the thing. The Usos in general, for the most part, have always been over, whether they've been faces or heels.
Oh no, they were right before they turned heel that first time in 2016. I could tell you right now, as good as they were in the ring, they were very, very, very stale. That's
because
coming
the whole face paint thing, I think, is what really
it was really running its course. They needed to freshen up,
and that's why they turned heel, lost the face paint.
Yeah,
Uso Penitentiary type shit.
Yeah, that brand split
absolutely skyrocketed them.
Yep. I absolutely 100% agree.
It benefited them a lot.
Yes, it did. The heel turn definitely benefited them, and when they turned back, that even shot them even higher.
So I just want to ask. So for the Intercontinental title, it was 2-1 Braun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You went Dollar Bill. You the one went Sheamus?
No, I went Sheamus.
Oh, you went Sheamus. Okay. So yeah. So we have one for Gunther, Dollar Bill.
No, you have one for Jey.
Oh, you said Jay. My bad.
Yeah.
2 for Jay.
Okay, 2 for Jay and Silent Assassin.
As much as I want Jey Uso to win,
He's gonna be the dissenting vote.
It's all right.
I'm gonna go with Gunther.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
We're too close to the Rumble, and Jey Uso's in the Rumble match too. So
Would it be the first time a world champion's in a Rumble match?
Yeah, really.
yeah, because
But
Alright.
if he does win the title, he could pull himself out of the Rumble.
Yeah.
oh, they could do a quick rematch at the Rumble, and then somehow Gunther regains it back, or some shit.
And then Jay wins the Rumble and goes after him again? Or does somebody else win the Rumble and go after Gunther?
I think somebody else wins the Rumble, goes after Gunther.
Okay, here's a scenario. Let me throw this one out to you guys. Sheamus wins the Intercontinental Championship on Saturday. Braun Breaker enters the Rumble. Jey Uso beats Gunther on Saturday, has a rematch at the Rumble, and loses it back to him. Breaker wins the Rumble, goes after Gunther.
Mm.
And
They
then
did
beats
have a little
Gunther
stare down a while back.
and beats Gunther at WrestleMania 41.
Interesting
And-
scenario.
I have a challenger in mind for Sheamus if he wins the Intercontinental title.
Shoot.
Cena?
Ludwig Kaiser.
Yes, they've been having a
Mm.
fucking banger situation going with those two. But I don't think Ludwig wins, because you don't want to take one of your longest standing, most popular wrestlers like Sheamus and have him win the title 1 week
No, this is the next.
and lose it
Not
at
going to
the,
lose to the next week.
So when do you think he loses it? WrestleMania
Yes.
or Elimination Chamber?
Mania.
Mania? To Kaiser?
Yes.
You know what? That's a scenario I could probably get behind, because it gives Sheamus a decent 2.5 month run. You know, he'll defend it against a few people.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ludwig Kaiser, he starts having a couple of matches here and there with Ludwig Kaiser. You know, they get a couple of fluky finishes, and then they have the match at WrestleMania,
Mm-hmm.
and Kaiser gets his first title on the main roster.
Kaiser's been doing decent on his own ever since he got rid of Giovanni Vinci.
Yeah, I'll agree with you that. And has Vinci even done anything recently on SmackDown? I haven't seen him.
Other than that 1 or 2 losses he had, I haven't seen him.
He went poof. He went poof, daddy. He poofed.
Hell, even
Yeah.
before last year when Giovanni Vinci was injured, I think that's when it started for
Mm.
Kaiser.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree. All right.
So,
Let's see. Let's see.
so Dollar Bill Assassin, I just sent one of the prediction leagues. I sent you invites to the one prediction league earlier today,
Mm-hmm.
EWMF,
All right.
because Corporal Punisher's idea is to have Brain Trust come in and start wreaking havoc in PWMF.
Nice.
And then he and I'll get into it, and he and I'll end up having a match where if I beat him, he has to leave his current faction Goal and join the Brain Trust in PWMF.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but I sent
Yeah.
the PWMF sheet to you guys in the Brain Trust chat. And
Okay.
so
Down for it.
accept the invite,
Woohoo!
join the league, fill out the form. It's due by tomorrow night or later on tonight by beginning of TNA.
Right. Okay.
Very nice.
I'm gonna check all
Maybe
the other
even.
leagues and make sure we get all the forms. So, all right, but
Fantastic.
definitely good show. We covered everything that we wanted to cover, plus a little bit more.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, all right. Sunday early afternoon or Monday night for next week.
Should be good for either.
Okay. Assassin.
I get done with work at 11 on Monday. I can always join in progress. Or is that too
That's
late?
fine. I have no problem with that if you want to join in progress. The only reason is as I explained last week, I'm trying to prevent a murder.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's not. I'm sorry, everyone. He's trying very hard not to kill me, but no guarantees.
No,
Well,
I'm trying to
there's no
prevent myself.
promises to you.
I'm trying to prevent my own murder.
Yeah.
He'll be on the next Unsolved Mysteries.
Whatever happened to John McDonald?
He went to go take a poop at work because he said, "I'm flirting the man by pooping on company time," but he was never seen again.
He became the next weekend specials.
Oh, shit. Bloody hellfire.
Like the house salad special from earlier today.
Oh, God.
Hey, gentlemen, as
This is
always,
really good.
excellent show. And until next week, we'll talk about it in the chat. We'll make a decision. Until then, too sweet.